I'm still in my paint-splattered jeans, sipping coffee, staring out at the morning mist curling over the water, when this 45-foot yacht cuts through my private cove like it owns the place. Out steps Claire Donovan, president of the Clearview Homeowners Association, all platinum hair and designer shades that probably cost more than my old truck. She's got 3 suits trailing her, each clutching a briefcase like it's a weapon, and the way her heels click on my dock sharp, deliberate, like she's staking a claim, it's got my gut screaming ambush louder than any insurgent firefight. I walk out, keeping it cool, my faded Marines tee flapping in a breeze, and say, "Morning, folks. This is private property property." Claire's smile is all teeth, no soul, like a shark sizing up dinner. "Mr. Ramsey," she says, voice dripping with that fake suburban charm. "I'm Claire Donovan, Clearview HOA. We need to talk about your situation." Situation? I've been here 72 hours, barely unpacked my dog tags, and already I've got a situation? She handed me a folder thick with legal jargon, claiming my island's part of their big renewable energy plan, wind turbines, solar fields, a whole $2.5 million operation to save the county. Says the previous owner, Ethan Caldwell, the billionaire who gifted me this place for pulling his son out of a war zone, forgot to mention some obligations. Bull. Ethan was meticulous, every deed triple-checked before he passed from cancer last month. I cross my arms, let my marine tattoo peek out, and say, "This island's 7 miles from your community. I got all the paperwork. No obligations." Her smile doesn't budge, but her eyes flicker like she's recalculating. "Oh, Jack," she says like we're old pals, "the agreement's based on municipal boundaries, not physical distance. Your little island's in our zone." She pulls out a map, red circles, and highlighted zones screaming premeditation. This wasn't a visit, it was a damn invasion. I'm no stranger to traps. 3 tours taught me to smell a setup, and Claire's playing a game she's played before. I tell her I'll review it with my lawyer, buying time, not letting on I don't have one yet. She gives me 48 hours to sign her compliance agreement, or else it's aggressive measures. As her yacht pulls away, I hear her mutter to her suits, another washed-up vet thinking he's still a hero. He'll fold. That's when I feel it, not fear, not even anger, but that crystal-clear focus you get when you know you're not just fighting for yourself anymore. This island wasn't just dirt and trees. It was where I'd planned to scatter my buddy Mike's ashes, build a garden for vets with demons like mine, maybe sleep at night without dreaming of gunfire. Claire thought she was bullying a nobody. She didn't know she'd just picked a fight with a man who'd carried a bleeding kid through 6 miles of hell. I get to work. Call up Sarah Miller, a lawyer friend who's helped vets with VA claims. Sharp as a tack and twice as tough. "Jack, you've stepped in it," she says after I lay out the deal. "Claire Donovan's a vulture. Give me 6 hours, don't sign a damn thing, and don't punch anyone, no matter how much you want to." I spend the night digging public records, social media, old news clippings. Claire's been at this for years, targeting waterfront owners, especially old folks and vets. Her playbook's simple: charm, threaten, bankrupt. She drove an elderly couple, the Thompsons, out with daily fines for fake violations. A Navy vet, Tom Carter, took his own life after her noise complaints get this for being too quiet. A young Army family, the Wilsons, lost everything fighting her legal traps. Every property she snagged got flipped into energy projects for Great Lakes Power, where her husband, Greg Donovan, sits on the board. It's a scam so clean it's dirty forced sales, pocket consulting fees, profit off energy deals, all while holding mortgages over everyone's heads through Greg's bank. And now she's after my island, the biggest prize yet. Sarah calls back at dawn, voice grim. "Jack, it's worse than we thought. Claire's targeted 3 other vets who ended their lives. One vanished. The FBI's sniffing around, but needs hard proof." "And your island?" It's not just real estate. Ethan knew what he was doing. It's a former Navy testing site from the 60s, still under federal protection. Any unauthorized work here is a national security violation. My head spins. Claire's not just greedish walking into a federal trap, and I'm the bait. Sarah's plan: let Claire escalate, document everything, wait for her to cross the line. That line comes fast. By morning, 5 boats circle my island, blasting music like some cheap psyop to break me. A drone buzzes overhead, filming my every move. I report it to the sheriff, a nervous kid named Deputy Ryan Holt, who mumbles, "Claire says it's an environmental survey." I hand him my federal deed. "This is protected land, Ryan. File the report." He nods, but warns me Claire's got the sheriff, the mayor, half the county in her pocket. People who cross her bad things happen. That night, I find a waterproof bag tied to my dock. Inside's a flash drive and note: "She ruined my family. Make her pay." The drive's of Goldman emails between Claire and Greg, bank records showing payments to PIs stalking victims, and worst of all, a recording of Claire laughing about Tom Carter's suicide, calling him one less broken vet clogging up our lake. My hands shake, not from fear, but from a rage so deep it's almost holy. This isn't just about my island Anna Maria, it's about every vet she's crushed, every family she's torn apart. I sent it all to Sarah, to my old squad mate, Nate Hawk Turner, now with NCIS, and to an FBI agent, Emily Chun, who's been chasing Claire for years. Emily's response is immediate. "Jack, this is the break we needed. Brace for impact's gonna go nuclear." Nuclear comes at dawn. A construction barge anchors just off my shore, drilling into the lake bed. The noise like a jackhammer in my skull. They're in federal waters, violating every law in the book. I film it all, play the distressed vet for Claire's spies, even yell at the workers to sell the act. Then I call Hawk. Code 7 violation, brother hostile action on a strategic asset. He's practically grinning through the phone. "Got visual confirmation? We're already moving." Claire calls, voice like venom. "Sign the papers, Ramsey, or I'll bury you in lawsuits your grandkids will pay for." I hit back, calm as ice. "Claire, you're drilling in federal waters. Strategic Asset Protection Act, Section 7. Your husband's bank should have caught that." Silence, then a hiss. "You're nothing, Ramsey. I've broken better men than you." I dropped the bomb. "Like Tom Carter? The Hendersons? I've got your voice on tape. Claire, laughing about a vet's suicide. That's racketeering." She screams, hangs up, and I know I've pushed her too far. 3 hours later, 2 goons in tactical vests hit my dock, one waving an envelope, the other idling their speedboat. Claire says sign. The big one sneers, stepping over my federal boundary marker. "Accidents happen on islands, vet. People drown." I'm recording, earpiece live with Hawk. "You're trespassing on federal land," I say, voice shaky for effect. He laughs. "Claire owns this lake, this county, you. Sign, or you're done." That's when 3 Marine boats slide in, silent as ghosts, 17 guys in full gear materializing like a damn action flick. Captain Jake Foster, an old squad mate, barks, federal agents freeze. Red laser dots bloom on the goons' chests. They're zip-tied before they can blink. The barge crew goes quiet, phones out, probably calling Claire. Then the Coast Guard rolls up, FBI chopper overhead, and Emily Chin steps off, badge shining. "Jack, you've handed us Claire on a platter: conspiracy, fraud, federal trespass. We've got her." But Claire's not done. She sails in that night, yacht blazing with floodlights, cameras rolling, Sheriff Dan Brooks, and shrink in tow. She's on a megaphone, all fake concern. "Jack Ramsey, by court order, you're to submit for psychiatric evaluation. Come peacefully." It's a master stroke paint me as the crazy vet. Lock me up, seize the island. I step onto the dock. No gun, just a tired Marine staring down a bully. Claire, this is federal land. You're trespassing. She laughs shrill. Delusions, Jack. Dr. Ellis, confirm his paranoia. The shrink stammers about combat trauma, but I cut in, voice loud for the cameras. You killed Tom Carter, Claire. Bankrupted the Hendersons. Stole millions from families. And now you're weaponizing PTSD to steal my home. Then Claire's daughter, Lily Donovan, steps out, phone in hand, playing that damning recording of her mom's cruel laugh. The crowd gasps, cameras swivel, and Claire's mask shatters. That's fake, she screams, but Emily's already cuffing her. It's real, Claire. You're done conspiracy, racketeering, civil rights violations. The Marines close in, Sheriff Brooks surrenders, and the live stream hits 60,000 viewers as Claire's empire burns. Lily, tears streaming, hands me bank records showing $4 million stolen from families hidden offshore. She's planning something worse tonight, she whispers. The nuclear option. Right then, the island's power cuts out Claire's last play. But Ethan's military-grade generators kick in, lights blazing back. Emily's phone pings. Claire's filed for my involuntary commitment. Hawk's voice crackles in our earpieces. Federal override. Anyone touching Jack answers for treason. 6 months later, I'm on my dock, watching the sunset. Claire's in prison, 25 years for fraud and racketeering. Greg and Great Lakes Power CEO are locked up too. The HOA's gone, property values up 35%. Lily, now Lily Carter, funds our veteran retreat with clean family money. We've got cabins, gardens, a memorial for guys like Tom. The feds passed the Ramsey Carter Act, shielding vets from predatory HOAs. Hawk runs security here. Jake trains vets in wilderness therapy. Even Sheriff Brooks volunteers, free from Claire's grip. My girlfriend, Dr. Lisa Hayes, a trauma therapist, sits beside me, her hand in mine. Regrets? She asks. I think about it. Claire thought she'd break me, but she built this instead. A sanctuary, a mission, a home for warriors like me. Here's the thing. Claire saw a broken vet. She got a fight she couldn't win. But it makes me wonder how many Claires are out there, bullying folks with smiles and briefcases. What would you do if someone tried to steal your home, your peace, your honor? Drop a comment, tell them to call it out or fight it out. And if this hit you, smash that like button, subscribe, maybe share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because sometimes the best battles are the ones you never wanted, but damn, they're worth winning.